Good morning. Day 284, cooking down the refrigerator, freezer, and working pantry meals. So one of my viewers was asking what this is. It's a votive holder. And then I have this little topper that goes on top. They didn't come together. I just put them together. So anyway, today is a day of garden work. It's not supposed to rain. It's not going to be super warm, just like 60 or 62, but that's doable. So I started a little bit yesterday, put some posts in the ground because I have to move my fence and put the rest of the mulch down before I can do anything else. And then I have to move a lot of the pots around that I'm going to keep. I have to get rid of some of the pots that I'm not going to keep. I've decided pretty much just to keep the larger pots and plant those up and not get so many small pots because they're a pain to keep watered, and I think that'll work out better because I do have to cut back on some of my planting come spring. So I'm not looking forward to all the hard work. I like working in the yard when there's, flowers to be planted or something like that, planting vegetables. But moving around heavy pots and lifting those does not make me happy. But it needs to be done. Needs to be done for future me. She'll be happy, even if I'm not happy right now. So today I'm not cooking much. I have leftovers that I can eat. I've been cooking up a marathon lately, trying to cook up the produce and not waste anything. So I think I have enough where I can just eat leftovers for a couple days. But I'll show you those anyway. And I even have dessert. I made my apple pie. So I'm not sure what's for breakfast this morning. I have an idea. I ended up adding some quick oats to my chia seed pudding because it wasn't thickening as much as I wanted it to. And I didn't want to add more chia seeds. So I thought, I'll just add some oatmeal to it and make it breakfast tomorrow. So that's probably what I'm going to have today for breakfast. And I'll heat it up instead of having cold oatmeal. Cold oatmeal doesn't do much for me. I like it warm, but not so much cold. So anyway, I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what's for breakfast, and I'll show you some of the things that I'm doing in the yard today. Well, I'm out here in my garden, and I'm putting up these posts because I want to move the fence out this way. So this fence will be coming out here, but I got to put these poles in before I do anything else, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, well, tomorrow I'm going to move the fence and move all this mulch into the garden, but I have to take the fence down first. So I have one pole left. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this one. So we'll have to see after I get the fence moved. Okay, let's have some breakfast before I go outside and start on my garden. So I've been watching videos on propagating petunias, and I have a couple petunias that I bought And they're really unusual, and I want to see if I can take cuttings of those and overwinter them. So here is my chia pudding with oatmeal. I'm going to have that this morning, but I'm going to heat it up, and it's really thick now. I made some chia jam out of some of this, so this is what I have left, and I'm going to put that over my oatmeal. Okay, and then I know that's really thick, so I'm going to get some of my almond milk out. All right, I will meet you at the stove. Oh, let's see what's, while I'm in here so I don't have to come back. Let's see what's in here. I have to make some potato salad. You've seen me make that before, easy peasy. I cut up the potatoes. I still have my fried rice. I'll probably have that for dinner because that's the oldest thing. And down here I have some pasta. And then here is my soup and some extra broth that I can add to the soup. So I'll have one of those for dinner tonight. And okay, let's go over to the stove. Okay, well, here's my stuff for breakfast, and yesterday when I was in the garden, I picked this beautiful little eggplant, this nice pepper, and I only had 2 beans left. So it's time to start pulling some of this stuff out for the winter. But first I have to do all my fencing and putting the pots back, putting the mulch down. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to this. Anyway, put on my big girl pants and get going on it. So I'm going to heat up my oatmeal, chia seed pudding, and it's really thick now. So I'm just going to pour some milk in here because this is a little too thick. And then I'm just going to heat this up, and I'm going to heat up my syrup and put that over the top. All right, I'll be back when this is all done. Okay, well, here it is. I know it doesn't look too pretty. It's kind of a grayish purple. But anyway, quick breakfast. And then I'm just going to add some of this syrup over the top. So let me give it a taste. And it's really hot. It's really tasty. So put some chia seeds in your oatmeal. It'll add a little bit more nutrition, more of the omegas in there. All right, I'm going to eat this and head out to the garden, and we'll see how far I get today. I'm hoping to have this project done in 3 days if the weather holds out. So we'll see. All right, I'll be back. All right, so this is the mess I have to clean up. I just have all these pots shoved in the one corner here. Looks terrible. So I need to work on that. I need to bring this fence out. And I have some pak choi that planted itself here that's doing nicely. So I'm looking forward to eating that. I think these are radishes, but like I said, I never have luck with radishes. This is what happens. They just get long things. Maybe I need to plant them deeper. I don't know. Leave me a comment below and let me know what I'm doing wrong. So So I have all this area that I need to do something with. It's a mess. And then this, I need to put these stones over here. All right, well, got my work cut out for me. Gotta get going. Here's what I got done today. I moved my peppers over here. I moved all the mulch to inside the fencing. I put all the fencing up. I brought it all out. And then I put half the stones back down. They're not really stones, they're rubber. But I put those down, and I still have this pile to go. So, but I'll do that tomorrow. I still have one little mulch pile here that's going to be there for in case I need it somewhere. So I pulled all this ivy out. I'm going to see if my daughter wants that. She's planting ivy around a tree. And my little pepper fell off the plant right there. Got to take that in. So I got a lot done, and all these mulch piles are now in here. I spread some of it, but next year I'm going to set this garden up a little different. I want to move these. The peppers will stay there. These are blueberries and blackberries. They're in pots. And then I want to move these three towers into the middle of the garden, right here, and then I want to move this stuff over here, and the greens will grow along here. Now I did a little bit different. This is the only gateway that I had into the garden. But this time I put these special hooks up here so that I can open all this up if I need to get into the garden. So plans for next year, the tomatoes that are back there I'm going to put on the ground because I don't need to, dig around in there once they're planted. And then they'll have more room to grow up these poles. So tomatoes will go there, peppers will go there, and greens will come over this way because they don't need as much sun. So, I'll probably put my eggplants over there. So I still have this over here to do. I have this stuff that comes back every year. It was like they called it a yellow lilac, but it isn't. And it's kind of ugly, so I want to cut this totally off, and then I want to extend this fencing all the way over there. So, but if that doesn't happen till spring, that's okay. And then this area, I have to do something with this because the chipmunks run in there and then my dogs dig and dig. But my composters will stay there. So those are the plans, and we'll see how it goes. And I am tired. I'm going to go put my feet up and have a cup of tea. So it's looking much, much better. Over here I still have a bunch of pots. This area I still need to clean up. And I have to decide which pots I'm going to keep over here. I like the way these two little chairs look with plants on them. So that will stay there, but all these pots need to go somewhere, either totally out of here or I don't know. We'll see. All right. I'll be back in a little bit with some dinner. And that's it for me today. That was a lot of work shoveling that mulch. Little gnomes. For dinner, I have some vegan butter melting here in the pan. And before my no-spend month started, I picked up a bag of cabbage, and I realized I thought I had another whole dozen eggs, and I didn't. I only had like 4 eggs left. So I picked up a dozen eggs, and then I picked up this coleslaw mix because I like this in soups and coleslaw and you know, different kinds of things. So I wanted to make sure for my October no-spend, grocery no-spend, I'll probably need to buy other things, but I'm keeping it down to a minimum. So I have my fried rice here from the other day. And it has some veggies and beans, pinto beans and green beans and corn. And it already has an egg in it, but it's only part of an egg because I already ate some of this. So I want to add another egg for some more protein. And I wanted to put some of this cabbage in there too. So I'm going to add some of this Asia seasoning into my cabbage here. All right. And I'm only going to saute this for a couple minutes because I am tired and I'm hungry. So I'm going to put the fried rice in there too. I'm making myself a cup of breakfast tea. To go with this. So today was a successful day in the garden. I was really dreading moving that mulch, but I got it to where it's supposed to be, which is the garden. So now I have to clean up yet, so it's going to take me at least another day or two, but the weather is going to be decent. So, and this is probably going to be the last really decent week before the frost comes in. So I need to get this done. So I have some of these grillers from the freezer, and I'm going to add a little bit of that in here too, just to give it a little more substance. And this needs to be eaten because it's kind of all clumped together. But I'll save this part for another meal. And there really wasn't very much fried rice. So that's why I'm adding more veggies. And now you could put this in a burrito. That would be good with some Asian sauce. But I don't feel like having a burrito today. Or you could put it in a tortilla. But I just want to eat it this way. Okay, I'm going to add my egg And then that is going to be my dinner. And boy, am I glad I cooked ahead. So, there goes my tea, my English breakfast tea. And that's Red Rose, and it's decaffeinated because it's already 6 o'clock. So I don't want to be drinking a caffeinated tea. Alright, and fried rice is kind of like soup. You can put anything in it you want. So there we go. Another simple meal with cook-ahead ingredients. All right. Get my tea out. Okay, and this looks pretty good to me. Do you guys like fried rice? Do you always make it the same, or do you put different things in your fried rice, whatever you have? It's a good way to use up leftovers, especially if you have leftover rice. Okay. So that looks pretty good to me. Let me give it a taste. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see how this tastes. The Asia seasoning is good. All right. I'm really tired, so I'm just going to go relax. Have another cup of tea. I had a piece of my apple pie. I had dessert before dinner. But I was hungry around 4 o'clock, so when I came in. So I had a piece of pie and a cup of tea, and now I'm going to have a cup of tea and dinner. So that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.